Hey, we're back. New week, new president. We would like to welcome President Kamala Harris into office. We're really
That's
happy to have you.
insensitive. It's Kamala.
Oh, and I did the other word too.
Jesus. Get it together.
gotta-
Got to get the sign back out? Come on.
We
dude.
might
I thought
need the
we,
sign
I thought we
back out.
grew from that.
I know,
Come
because
on.
we had that one episode.
And we did so good.
So good.
That's
and
what
I
I
didn't
mean.
even think about it.
That's
the
what I mean.
entire
That's
time.
why I didn't want to bring the sign out, because I thought it was like out of sight, out of mind, you
No,
know?
yeah.
But it was like, obviously not, you know? We're just some degenerates.
We are degenerates. It's my favorite word. It's just like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot away from me.
And
not
it rolls
saying
off the tongue.
Oh my gosh. I said gosh there.
Hey. Progress.
Progress. We're getting there. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. So we're back. We're mentally reacted. He's the Gooch. I'm Kyle with a T. And yeah, we're back. And I couldn't be happier to be back. New president, same podcast though over here, because we don't really talk politics. We just make jokes about them.
True.
You know.
True.
So yeah, it shouldn't really affect us. And that's cool. And
I'd say
I am
the only way
super
it
high
affects
right
us
now. I'm
is,
gonna preface that real quick. I took my first dab of the day like 2
Ripped.
minutes ago. Just floored.
Cooked.
It's a good time. It's
good.
a really good time. And yeah, we had a fun week. We got 2 fights in this week since we last recorded, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, fight cards actually,
Both
not
on
just
cable
fights.
television.
Both on cable television, which they all should be on. Dana White,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, let's just put them all on ABC.
That'd
Make
be
your f***ing buck, bud.
Yeah, for real.
I did it again.
Yeah, it happens.
Wang Shang Qian. But yeah, we had probably one of my favorite. I mean, what a start to the year, really. Well, I mean, the Wednesday card was kind of boring, and it was like in the middle of the day. Couldn't have been worse timing.
Yeah, I think I watched the main event at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
But I would say for that ABC card, best case scenario almost.
Oh, yeah.
That like the main event or the main card especially, Jingalang with that knockout.
Yeah. It was like 85% finishes.
Yeah, Matt Brown with his knockout. The girls were getting
No.
after it.
I thought Matt Brown got submitted.
No, they went the distance. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hi. Hi, I'm Hi. And so, yeah, Carlos Condit looked really good, which was awesome because he's like one of my favorite fighters from back in the day. So it's cool to see him looking good again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping he can just like really like, I don't know, welterweight's so wide open. Maybe he can make a run at it. Who knows? I think I'm a little optimistic there. But yeah, and then in the main event, we had maybe the most dominant performance in the 145-pound division ever, which is not what I expected at all. I thought Max Holloway would win, and I thought his pace would be too much. But just go ahead and play this clip, and let's get into how much this pace was. He's not even paying attention hardly. He's not looking at him.
No, he keeps looking at the table. I'm the best boxer.
He really looked like it, too. I mean,
this is what happens when you don't spar during training camp, kids.
I guess so. I mean,
you come out hungry.
That wasn't what I would expect at all because he looked so amazing in there. That was probably his best performance ever, and I didn't think he would have that much success on the feet with Calvin
Looked like
Kattar.
Brian Ortega, but on steroids, like that fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he looked like more of a warrior in that than he did against Brian Ortega, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he just kept coming forward.
Like, again,
boom, boom, boom.
that sequence where he's pointing at the ground, looking away from Calvin, looking at the table, and screaming, I am the best boxer. I'm the best boxer. I'm the best with my hands. It's just like, dude.
Yeah, it was so much fun
while he's getting
to watch.
punched by Calvin Kattar, who doesn't have any soft hands by any means.
Calvin cracked that whole fight.
Oh my God, the whole time. And that's what made me so nervous is like Calvin would be like getting whooped on up against the fence, and then all of a sudden he throws a good combo left, right, and he connects with the right, and I'm like, oh my God, Max could go down at any point.
Yeah, you would think.
The whole fight would be over.
Man, they're just both so game. Calvin Kattar, I mean, if I'm him, I think... I don't know. I would fight somebody ranked a little lower, maybe like an older guy next or something like that. Get my feet back behind me, and maybe not fight for a little bit. Maybe take like half the year off. Fight at the end of the year.
He got whooped. I would relax. Like, I wouldn't be trying to. I would just give my body a break after that.
Exactly.
Like,
take a little break.
He got whooped, and then he literally put everything out there.
Yeah, that was his.
That was it.
Yeah, he gave you his best performance, unfortunately for him that night. But he looked great at points. He had his moments throughout the whole fight.
Yeah.
just Max Holloway looked like a different animal. They said that was unanimously the most given like the most 10-8 rounds by like the public ever on verdict.
Really?
Yeah, they said that like most of those rounds were considered 10-8 rounds by the public.
I mean, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Again, it was just never not domination from Max.
Yeah, my favorite part is they would get into like the middle of the ring and Max would like back him all the way into the cage with combos. And then he would just start teeing off with like the speed of God and just like
the
Calvin.
speed of God and the stamina. He just wouldn't stop.
I was saying last week, I thought that was going to be the difference, but I didn't know he could go that fast. It was just like he had a different gear than Calvin Kattar did.
For sure.
It was a lot of fun to watch, though. I think Max has got to fight for the title next, or maybe he goes up and fights Conor or something like that. But like he needs a payday next.
I think we could see a rematch of Max versus whoever wins the fight, Dustin Conor.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I could see that happening.
I could see that too.
After
I would
the
love
domination,
to see him fight Conor again. Especially at
yeah,
this
no,
level
I would
that
love
he's
that
at
too.
right now.
Did you see? We don't have the clip pulled up, but did you see the interview? Conor was on
and he
Fight
skates
Island,
by
and
on a skateboard?
He goes, "Was that Max Holloway on a skateboard?" And he's just laughing about it the whole time. Oh, dude, it's great.
It's really funny.
Great.
Max posted about it, and it was like, have you seen that Simpsons episode where Bart's sitting on his couch and like the fake Bart skates by?
Yeah.
So Max posted that on the response to it.
That is so funny.
It was awesome. I'll send it to you so we can put it in the whatchamacall. But yeah, it was really funny. I was like, that is perfect because.
And I enjoy. Well, we'll see a little bit of it here in a minute. Actually, I'll go to that clip next so we can get going. But I enjoy the that we're out of the notorious era of Conor McGregor. He is just being a nice guy now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's playing it up though. I
think he's being a nice guy. He's got kids. He's hanging out with his family. He's training. He wants to fight professionally. He's made his money. He's got a whiskey company. I think he's just being I think he's no longer playing the heel. I think Conor McGregor played the heel because it made money.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
You know what I mean?
He's just broke my heart so many times.
I get that.
You know, like, man, he had me convinced he was going to beat Floyd.
I get that. So this is the weigh-in for Dustin and Conor. And just look at the excitement, but the camaraderie between the two guys. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he was actually a lot like this with Cowboy, too. It's kind of weird that Dustin decided to get down like that with him.
Yeah. Shake hands, and Dustin goes, "I got a present for you." He goes,
"Got that
hot
fire
sauce,
for you, baby."
Yeah. I just love it.
Yeah, no, I do too.
It's no more who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
It's he's no longer putting down these people.
But at the same time, he is putting down the people that he's had problems with in the past still.
Which I get that. Beef is beef, and that's understandable. But like to just before he would literally disregard anybody's talent.
Well, he's kind of doing that with Khabib still.
Well, again, that's beef because he wants to beat the guy. That's something that, like,
I guess
you know what I mean?
That.
Like,
but like he doesn't even respect Khabib in any sense of the form.
But I think that's because he knows he'll never beat Khabib.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I think there's a complex that he has. He understands that Khabib is a machine, I don't think Conor will ever be able to be as good at those points to be at the specific areas to beat Khabib.
Yeah,
Khabib is too good
too.
at those certain areas. Conor will never be enough of a wrestler to be able to stop Khabib.
I think if they fought again, it would be more interesting. But
I think it would be a better fight for sure.
I don't think he'll ever beat Khabib.
But I don't think it'll be. And I think it plays into like he's like, fuck, dude, I'm never going to be able to beat Khabib.
But I don't know if he could beat Oliveira the way he fights either.
Well, that's true. I would love to see that fight.
I think that's what's going to end up happening.
That would be a
after
fantastic
this.
fight.
I think whoever wins this is going to fight Oliveira.
I did
for the
appreciate
title.
there was an interview that I heard Conor in talking about something, and he goes, the Poiriers, the Oliveiras, and naming all of the best in the division, in the weight class. And like I was like, when he said the Oliveiras, I was like, oh man, that would be sweet. He recognizes and respects his talent. That would be a badass fight.
Oh, that would be such a good fight. I want to see that fight so bad. And
yeah,
I mean, if Oliveira won that, he would be like,
oh, that would be
rocket ship, baby.
Well, let's go. Yeah, totally.
We're going to Sizzler.
Sizzler every day that ends in Y.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, that would be so cool to see Oliveira and Conor. I think that is actually what's going to happen if Conor wins this fight. Getting back into Fight Island, though, this is crazy. I just saw this when I was pulling up to your driveway. How do you say his name?
So this was released by Farah Hanoun. Dana White tells me that as a result of Ottoman Azateres violating the safety protocols, he's been cut from the UFC, not just from this event, cut from the entire UFC. Dana tells Farah that Azatar and his team cut their wristbands and handed him to others outside of the safe zone that snuck past the security members and everything, while everything was caught on camera. And then shortly after the news broke, Dana responds.
That's insane. I think he's a ranked guy too. Like, what an idiot. Why would you even try that?
And the press release has said that it's a health and safety violation. I'm surprised at that, because how do you do that out here?
It's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah. The story. What? Did we not tell the story of? Yeah. Are we not telling the story?
Quick ask to the PR rep.
Yeah, that was smart. Guy doesn't like losing money.
Cut off their wristbands. Gave them to somebody outside the bubble. I don't know how they even did it.
When he talks somber like this, you can tell he's really, really mad.
Showed up here with a bag. Went into a room, shimmied across 4 balconies. Went in his room. Dropped the bag off, changed his clothes, and then left. Now, when security tried to stop him, he wouldn't stop either way. And, yeah, it's just bad. He's gone. He's no longer a UFC fighter, and he's not fighting tonight.
So he's been cut from the UFC off the back of that?
Yep.
How, off the back of that, because obviously that then affects Frevola, who was supposed to be fighting, and he's a young man that had not the greatest of years last year, because he had a lot of fights fall off. How, I suppose, delighted are you in a way that you could make a fight for him, given obviously from somebody else's demise with weight cuts and various things?
Yeah, it worked out. You know, it worked out for him.
Oh, so they found the guy a replacement already.
Yeah, I think somebody didn't make weight or something like that going into this week, or COVID protocol or something like that. So
but
they ended
up
matching the 2 guys up.
Come on, guy. What
are you doing?
Dude, you're there making money, and you're going to go through all the trouble to have someone sneak in and give you a change of clothes, so you like a disguise, so you can sneak out and go party in Abu Dhabi?
Dude, it's crazy because after your fight, you get to do that. They let you do that on the UFC's dime. Like, you get to go do whatever you want in Abu Dhabi for fucking, extended periods of time until you fly home, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I guess it could be different for everybody's case. I'm not sure, because we'll watch in a little bit. Dan Hooker, his travel plan, his itinerary, he goes through it.
Oh, it's miserable every time.
And that's just because of his home country and him trying to get back in a timely manner.
Right.
So I wonder if it was this Ottoman guy is like, he just is to the point where he has no discipline in his life. And say he was like, yeah, he does have to be back in his country, and then he does have to quarantine for whatever period of time. He's like, I got to get one night of partying in while I'm here on Fight Island. It's like, dude, figure it out.
Yeah, I guess. I just would be like, well, I'm gonna win tonight.
No, that's exactly.
I'll go out right afterwards.
I just don't
drink
get it.
my brains out until I'm fucking puking out my butthole.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Seems like just a very much of an idiot call.
Idiot.
So we'll go. Speaking of Dan Hooker,
Dan the Hangman. This is hilarious.
So I need to apologize to Henry Cejudo, because I think I took it too far. I took it too far with Henry Cejudo. So Cejudo put up a picture of him with Paula Costa, and then there was 4 koalas, and he had photoshopped, like, at the CKB boys, like me, Kai, Volkanovski, and Israel on, like, the faces of the koalas. And he said, nothing to see here, just 2 champs, 3 belts, and 4 harmless koalas. And I said, I see Lord Farquhar and Ricky Martin about to drop the hottest mixtape of 2020. Everyone laughed. Lots of likes. Then he commented back to me. He said, Dan Hangman, how much gold have you got? And then I think I took it too far with my response to this, because he deleted my comment like very quickly. So I need to apologize. I said, You should melt down all of your gold and try to buy your girlfriend back after she left your little ass, hombre. That's what I come. So, putting my hands up, Henry Cejudo, I apologize. I took it too far. I didn't know. I thought we were having a bit of banter. Taking it too far. That one went a little bit over your head. So you missed that one. But
Just
it's
a little bit more banter.
You know, you got the short end of the stick, bud. So I apologize, brother. That's a good way to wrap up the show.
Yeah.
Thanks to you. I'm sorry, Henry. I apologize. Wait till I see you in person.
That's good.
What a good guy.
Yeah. He's just funny.
Yeah, he's a real fun guy. I can't wait to watch him fight this weekend.
He cracks me up, that's for sure. Stick to the hooker train.
I want to hear about this particular trip. So from the moment you get to the airport in New Zealand, tell me about your travels, how long each flight is from when you leave and until you get home. I know you have an appointment scheduled for when you land in New Zealand. I just want to hear the full itinerary because it's pretty mind-blowing. You know, most people try to avoid a fight. The lengths that you're going through to get into a fight are impressive.
Yeah, so the trip here was great. The trip here was not too bad at all. We just hopped on a plane in Auckland where I live, we just had one stop, didn't get off the plane in Kuala Lumpur, and then straight to Dubai. Landed in Dubai, and then hopped in a van and was driven, which is like just over an hour to get to Abu Dhabi, to Yas Island.
Fuck that.
It was quite funny though. We had to stop at like a quarantine, like a coronavirus checkpoint, and they were trying to put like a wristband on us to track us and all this sort of stuff, and they were going to test us there at the border again. But then once they realized we were, with the UFC, they let us through and knew we were coming to Yas Island. Got here, 48-hour lockdown, fight week. So I'm here for about almost 2 weeks. And then I'm in Abu Dhabi for 4 weeks before I can fly back to New Zealand. And then once I'm back in New Zealand, I've got a 2-week quarantine.
Fuck.
So it's about
this is like
just
the third
under
time he's done this,
8-week trip all up.
Yeah, so that's like more than 10% of an entire year.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are the other options?
Yep.
Like sit on the couch at home in New Zealand. That's one, but that's not awfully exciting. I'd like to get out here, travel, fight, and progress my career. I'm hungry. That I feel like that just demonstrates how hungry I am for what I want to achieve.
So let's.
It should be a pretty good example to Dana. That this guy should just remain on cards as long as he's ready to fight, because the guy's ready and very able to be wherever in this world to throw hands.
That's what I'm saying. I almost think Dan should move to the USA for the year.
Do you think?
Well, I mean, if you could just I don't know. I don't know how you would do it, but if you could just establish your training camp in the USA for the year, you could fight in Vegas whenever you're ready,
Yeah, that's true.
And then you would just, I don't know, you'd just be able, that's why a lot of those guys, American fighters have blown up this year in the UFC because they've been able to fight on so many cards if they've gotten first round knockouts or whatever, and then Dana's like, you want to fight again in 2 weeks? And they're like, sure.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's real nice.
But I don't know. Then I guess you got to keep doing the 8-week thing until you can do that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or if maybe he finishes this guy real quick and then they just fast track him for the next event or something like that.
That could be, because I think as we move into this year, Yas Island becomes more of a 24/7 operation.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're already having fight nights between these fights and all that stuff. I think it's going to become, especially if this country doesn't
open up,
figure it out, and we don't move forward opening up and all that stuff. I could see Dana creating 2 HQs, 2 headquarters, Yas Island and Vegas, and they run literally 4-5 events every week fight nights, pay-per-views on the weekend between the two places, just flying guys in and out of the whole thing. Especially because, like, with the operation, it's so, like, good. Like, all those people...
Yeah, they do
like,
such a good job.
It's literally, like, there's so much money being spent on the protocol and everything that it's so streamlined now, unless you're a Dan Hooker and you have to go back to New Zealand where they've got no cases and they want to make sure they have no more cases.
Right.
You're in a position where you're going to be quarantining. But, like, I don't know. It's probably the most efficient process. You're being tested consistently the whole time.
I mean, they pretty much set the standard for every other sport outside of the NFL and baseball.
Yeah. I mean, but nobody.
Well, like at the first half of Corona, let's say, because like.
Well, yeah, correct.
You know, they even like the WWE got their idea from the UFC.
Correct.
Doing their,
yeah.
like quarantined
doing
events.
their streaming and all that stuff. I don't know. They've got something going. There's definitely going as we move forward. Whoever has the most money is going to be allowed to have an open stadium with fans in attendance. So
right,
obviously,
and they've had fans at the last couple Abu Dhabi events, and I think they're going to have even more at this next one.
That's awesome. Yeah. And they'll probably, as Vegas starts to open up, they'll probably start having small amount of fans at their arena there.
Right, they're talking about Tyson Fury fighting in Vegas at the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's very plausible. So I got a call last week,
right.
And there's a good chance that I'm working by May up at Red Rocks.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it'll be my somebody that I know is actually currently in the running for the general manager of security for Coors Field. So I may be splitting my time between the two places.
Still cool.
Pretty cool. But things are starting to open for sure.
Yeah, no, it seems like there's a vaccine now.
It'll be limited capacity for a long time. We may see in the wintertime things start to come to scale here in America. But for the most part, I mean, the NFL had enough money that they were able to convince governments to allow them to have fans. So,
yeah, no, I know.
You know what I mean?
It's been pretty
so
cool.
Like, it's as things open, it just gets easier for those larger sports to do things. With Dana having such an established media presence through COVID, now with him also being on ABC last week or whatever.
Right. I think they're going to be on ABC a lot now too.
I mean, that could be that would be huge. Especially like if we move forward and there's still such limited capacity for the rest of this year, he still keeps Fight Island and Vegas, the Apex Center, as central hubs that they're only going to do fights there, have limited capacity there, but then.
Well, I could actually see them doing fights in Florida, just because they're a little lax on the rules. And they've had some events. And
I thought
that.
I thought I saw something where Dana said there's a reason why they got out of Florida, why they built the Apex Center in Vegas. He said that there was like issues, something or another, to where there's a reason why they took those few events that they were doing in Florida, and that's why they bought and built the Apex Center in Vegas and like created what that.
Well, they didn't really
now.
even build that much. They just built like the facilities for it.
Yeah,
like the ring was already there.
Yeah, exactly.
They used to have the Tuesday night Contender Series there every week.
Yeah. Because that's just on their compound.
And like Ultimate Fighter.
Because it's just they're on their compound where the property that they own in Vegas.
Because in the Apex Center they have like for any UFC fighter, you can go get like your diet there before fights and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
like
it's,
a nutritionist
all paid for
and
by
everything.
the UFC. So like if you wanted to like go out there 2 weeks before, they would do like all your meals and stuff. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They're definitely. I mean, it's big, especially moving forward with.
Yeah, no, they're making like all the right moves. I think the sport's blown up in this last year. There's been just like the right amount of pop in it, and I think they're getting smart because like they're not making Conor McGregor fight for a title every time. that he fights. That's another good move. We're having a main event that has no title fights on it on Saturday.
And I mean, like, the thing for a while was the UFC was just Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor's name wasn't on it, the regular person was never going to go to a bar to even watch the fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was just like hardcore fans.
It was literally just hardcore. A niche
I mean, you might go
crowd.
see like John Jones fight or somebody big
Maybe.
like that.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe.
like, it would have to be like a big event fight. Like,
Maybe.
if you could almost sell your friends on going and watching like DC Stipe the first couple times.
Correct.
But then
That'd be like a sell. I gotta try to sell it to my friend though. But you're like, hey, dude, Connor's gonna fight. You want to go? You want to watch the
Right.
fight, or you want to throw down on the fight? Oh, dude, yeah, I want to watch Conor.
I wanna
Absolutely, I'll
this
watch
Conor
Conor
McGregor fight. Yeah.
Now, I think a lot of those people are with the availability of UFC through coronavirus and all
Right.
that stuff like that. A lot of those people are like, oh no, I'll tune in and watch a Volkanovski Holloway or something to that matter, or a Holloway Kattar or something, which I think is
I think that's the best thing for
that's
the
like
sport.
the best thing, especially if,
And you know what else helps? I think
What?
online gambling's legal now pretty much everywhere, so you can place bets on
a
it.
lot of places, yeah,
And
a lot of
I
places.
feel like UFC is one of the more fun things to bet on because the odds are so crazy on some of the things, and
Yeah.
a lot of the time, or not a lot of the times, but they hit. Like,
Yeah, that's true. You need to stick to money lines.
yeah. Oh, I know.
Dude, quit going like literally.
How good am I?
No, I know, but just stick to money lines. Like, don't ever go KO or go the distance or anything. Like, just if you had the money line on it,
Well, you
you've
know what
got
I
it.
did? I thought I picked go the distance and submission, not go the distance and KO on the Chiesa one. Or wait, was that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I picked go the distance and submission, not go the distance and KO.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was pissed.
Yeah.
That was just a mistake on me. I wasn't paying attention when I was making the bet.
you. I'm just saying, you stick to money lines, you win a lot more parlays than you lose.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know, because you'll always have like you
That's
got
weird.
a bunch of dogs. You'll have a bunch of dogs, but like you'll pick one random prop or something where like you choose, and it'll be like plus 300. Where like it bumped you up to like plus 3,000 overall for the parlay, but like that's always the one that loses. And if
Living
you go
on the
back,
edge, brother.
probably like 75% of the time, if you would have just gone money line with the guy you were choosing, you get it. You win.
I
Parlay
know.
all day.
I know.
It's unreal. When I saw that picture, I laughed. I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's dark. That's the dark arts right there.
Dude,
That's the
it's
dark
getting
arts of
bad.
gambling."
Dude, did you see the one where I missed by like 0.5 yards?
Oh, that was because that was my guy.
Yeah, that was
Jonathan Taylor.
That's the most insane parlay I've ever lost.
That's the dark arts for sure.
Nah.
Moving forward to some dark arts. Some people think Dana White is the leader of the dark arts of the UFC world.
And none other than Slim Shady. Sicka, Slim
Has-
Shady.
had something to say about it.
The best part about your opinion is that it doesn't matter. And if every fighter that you had listened to your opinion when you doubted him, you wouldn't have a league. So the best part about your opinion is that it doesn't matter. And
I love
The best
that.
part about your opinion is
It doesn't matter.
Look on Dana White's face.
He's like, yeah.
Whoever the guy is on the other side is like,
That's the
why did
SportsCenter
we get
guy.
them together?
Yeah, that's the guy that works for the Mouse, and he's like, what's going on? Who decided to get Slim Shady on the show?
Yeah, he's like, this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I thought that was just one of the funniest things ever. So another thing that Dana White has been the striker,
this is the
the
darkest
ruler.
of arts, dude.
I mean, but this right here, I'm totally gonna try to stream this shit on Saturday using my VPN, like in my phone, because like, dude, no, this guy, they're literally just worried about people fucking putting it up. They're not gonna come find me on my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through and I said, you,
See?
you're the guy.
You're a fucking child.
And I told my people, I want this guy. And guess what? We got him.
We got him.
We got him.
It sounds like
We're watching his house. We're listening to his phone conversations. And when he puts up if he puts it up on Saturday, we got him.
we got him.
He pops this link up on Saturday. We got him. And we will arrest him. And I will prosecute him. I will not be nice. I will not give him any leniency whatsoever. I will go guns a fucking blazing on him.
I will go guns a fucking blazing on him.
But here's the thing. It's almost dumb
It's
because,
so funny.
like, if people can't... I mean, literally, everywhere besides America, it's free.
Really?
So, yeah. Dude, in the UK, it's fucking free for these things. It's on BTS Sports.
Like the fight on Saturday, like the
Yeah,
Conor,
like
Dustin
Conor
fight
McGregor,
is
like...
just on cable in other countries.
Yes, everywhere. How frustrating is that?
That doesn't make any sense.
Pay-per-view is an American thing.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's very dumb. And, like, why wouldn't you just make it free? Or, here's the deal. He's got, like, 15 subscriptions. He's got ESPN Plus, UFC Fight Pass. That's it.
Oh, just put it on the subscription. Don't charge another $60 for it. Make me
That's what I'm
subscribe and then
saying.
charge another $60.
You want the sport to explode, don't make people pay $70
No,
for an event.
it needs to be on ABC where they're already paying $100 for a cable package. And then they can
Exactly.
see it for free.
That's when boxing was the biggest, is when it was on ABC.
Yeah.
It was when Muhammad Ali was fighting George Frazier on ABC.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I said George Frazier.
Did you say
Joe.
you said George?
Yeah. I was going to say George Foreman and Joe
Yeah.
Frazier at the same time.
It's
George Frazier would be a hell of a fighter, though.
That is a monster.
Dude, big, fast,
Yeah, that'd
could
be
take
awesome.
a punch.
That'd be awesome. Here we've got.
Oh, this is so funny.
All right, so we got Bruce Buffer here with the no-nonsense Keith Peterson. And I'm not sure Buff got the memo, but Keith is no-nonsense. Like, he don't want this fucking pre-fight talk, Bruce. Let the man go, baby.
John Anik, so much one of the boys. This is like in the
Yeah.
middle of the broadcast, like between commercial breaks.
Oh,
probably.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like he's lightened up a lot. John Anik's always been one of the boys, but like over the last like few weeks, him just hanging out with DC, like he's been forced.
I know, he has so
here,
much
like
fun.
on Fight Island, like they're just having so much fun. It's
I want to
unreal.
have him. I wish Joe Rogan would have him on, and they would just talk on the podcast.
Anik?
Yeah, because I
That'd be
feel
cool.
like that'd be a good interview.
That'd be
And He's
awesome.
such a cool guy.
Yeah,
I
like
love
that a
John
lot.
Anik. This guy needs to talk to somebody.
Dude. Is this actually Darren Till?
Yeah, dude, this happens like every 3 weeks. Like, if you follow this guy, he's insane.
Why?
I don't know. He's just a wild child. It's probably part of the reason he's so good at fighting.
Do not touch my vehicle. Go away right this minute.
So he's at a gas station and he's in his car and there's some cops and they're opening his door and he is just not having it.
Mate, you need to go away. I ain't checking nothing. Do what you want, lad. Go away. I'm gonna check your tires before you leave. Do what you want.
I'm gonna check your tires before you
Get
leave.
He kind
my
of is
door
being
right
excessive.
now.
Oh, he's just
Get off
wait,
my
what?
Go that way. Do you think I'm gonna meet you? Fuck off.
I can't
You're
understand a
sad
word Darren
loser,
Till is
you know.
saying except like
You're a
fuck.
loser.
Loser.
I heard that one.
You loser.
Yeah, so this just goes on for like a minute and 15 seconds. He's just yelling at the cops.
You know what
whole
the
time.
sad part is? Darren Till is getting diapers for his daughter. And all this happened.
Right here?
Yeah, he was getting diapers at the gas station, he
Do
said.
you know why they came up?
I think he wasn't wearing a mask.
Oh, figure it out, Darren.
Just put the mask on. But he was already out of the store, like walking to his car when they approached him.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. A little
That's
excessive.
pretty crazy.
But, you know.
So unfortunately, Conor, while this whole thing,
So, actually, I can break this down. This already happened.
well, correct. Well, the police investigation happened, but they
Right.
just filed a
second
lawsuit
lawsuit,
against
though.
him. Yeah. So there was the first. It was never actually a lawsuit against him. There was just a police report filed, and the police investigated the situation.
Oh, okay.
But then he was acquitted. The police stopped investigating because they couldn't figure anything out. So then these people decided that they were gonna,
The mother filed, like, another suit, right?
then filed a lawsuit against Conor again, which went through on the 19th of this year.
Well, that makes sense because she wanted to file it right before the fight.
Oh yeah, totally. It's funny.
She did it last year right before the Cowboy fight.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They mentioned that. Yeah. It says he last fought 1 year against Donald Cerrone, January 18th, and then it says down here in January of that year was when.
I bet it goes nowhere, to be honest.
Oh no, it's not totally gonna go nowhere because the police investigation it
went nowhere. So
it's already over with, unless Conor was just paying the police to cover everything up.
Which I honestly think. Just based on
Connor's
the
really
two
involved
times
in
that
organized crime like that.
yeah, me either. And just based on the 2 times that she's tried to make this thing happen, just tells me that this is kind of a reach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Between 2 fights, like if she did it in the middle of the year when nothing was going on in COVID, I would be like, okay, this is maybe a little more serious.
Yeah.
But literally 2 times he was about to fight, they've tried to do it. I think this is just a smear campaign by like the New York Times almost, by even publishing something like this when there's not, because like the main part of the article is like making him out to be a raper, and then if you read the article, it's like, well, it came out that in the police report there's nothing.
Yeah, very true. Very true. I mean, good on the New York Times, though, because luckily in the headline it doesn't actually say anything about what it was.
Oh, okay.
It just says after criminal case ends without charges, Conor McGregor is sued in Ireland. So it
Okay.
does just mention a criminal case.
Okay, well that's good, because a lot of the ones I've seen have been like Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah, that's like the New York Post and just like those stupid wannabe tabloid
clickbait bullshits. Yeah,
they're
I
the
can't
worst.
stand that.
I mean, I'm surprised SportsCenter hasn't done one yet.
Yeah, no, it's right around the corner. I'm
Pretty
sure.
crazy. One funny thing SportsCenter did do was they had an interview with the new head coach of the Lions.
I
Dan
love this guy's
Campbell.
charisma and all this stuff. Wrong division though, bud. Sorry.
Right, and so this team's going to be.
Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers is still in this division.
Let's listen to what he has to
and
say.
When you punch us back, we're going to smile at you, and when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long.
What's the other hunk? He's going to bite my dick off?
All right, that's going to be the mentality, all right? And we're going to learn that any loss that we take, we're going to make sure we feel the full pain of it and not go numb to it. And
This guy just should relax.
I love his charisma, dude. Honestly.
I mean, dude, yeah, he's a great football guy, but
dude, you need a football guy in the NFL, I think.
he did, but it's the Lions.
I agree. That's why I think they needed this guy. Honestly, as a guy who hates the Lions and everything they stand for, this is a good signing at coach. They need a guy who can deal with a loss, kind of, and try and, because like that's kind of what he's saying. He's like, we're gonna lose to the Packers 2 times a year, and we're okay with that, but we got to be able to win, 7 more games out of the year and try and get to 9-7 or whatever. And
Yeah.
so, this guy's got the right mentality. Shoot for the wild card, buddy. I think this is
Shoot for the wild card. I did hear something this morning while I was making breakfast. The guy was like a tight end or something for the Lions, and he only scored like a handful of touchdowns in his career.
he wasn't a very good football player.
Just a very average guy playing football.
But
so
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if he knows football.
Yeah, I really don't take too much into that because, like, they say one of the most highly recruited offensive coordinators right now is Kellen Moore. Do you remember him? He used to play for that Boise State team that was, like, the one good Boise State team ever, football team.
I don't remember.
All right, it was, like, the year they kind of got, like, put on the map, Boise State, and, like, everybody was like, oh, they have a blue football field.
Gotcha.
And he is, like, the most sought-after offensive coordinator in the NFL right now, and he sucked in the NFL. Was like a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely have a good football IQ and
not
be
be a good
bad
player.
at the
Yeah.
sport. Oh,
I
that's
actually
for sure.
think those guys pan out better.
100%. It's just this guy just seems like a fucking airhead. It seems like he was in the NFL and got hit way too many times.
Yeah,
and was
but
like,
if he gets the right staff
we're
around
gonna
him,
get
you
up,
know what I'm saying, and he
I
can
guess,
motivate a locker room.
Get some brains around him.
Yeah.
This guy just seems like the typical bite a kneecap off. Like, I don't know. He just.
You don't like it? I kind of like it.
I mean, I like it. I like it for sure. I would totally chug a bunch of beer with this guy.
Yeah.
But to hire this guy as my head coach for a football team, like if he got hired as the Colts head coach, I'd be like, out the window. No thanks.
Oh, okay.
I'll take dumbass Frank calling stupid trick plays rather than just trying to. Darius Leonard hypes up our defense enough to bite off kneecaps.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know? This I don't know. I mean, it could work for the Lions because there's no other choice. Like the Lions have exhausted all options at this point.
Yeah, no,
at this point they just need to give the Colts Matthew Stafford and call it a day.
I think they're pretty close to doing that, honestly. But yeah, I'm glad he's in the division.
I think it'll be great for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully that he just keeps losing.
I don't think anybody's kneecaps are going to be getting bitten off.
They're not biting off Aaron Rodgers' kneecaps.
My whole thing is where he's like, you're going to knock us down, we're going to get up, we're going to bite your kneecap, and then you're going to have to hit us twice to knock us down. And then we're going to get down, then we're going to get up, and we're going to bite your kneecap off, and you're going to have to hit us 3 times. It's like...
Yeah, but he said we're going to take a chunk out on the 3rd time?
I don't know what that chunk. Maybe he's just reaching. They're just reaching. And
because
if they grab a chunk...
Kneecap, if you get a little higher, that's my dick.
If that's the chunk he gets, that's the chunk he gets.
Because I would say those are my connecting points. Those would be
that's
my
like
3.
A triangle.
That would be my triangle right there.
Yeah, that's like a triangle.
Kneecap, ball, and dick.
Yeah.
And if Dan Campbell bit off Aaron Rodgers' ball and dick, I'd be very not happy with him.
Dan Campbell, keep your face away from all those football players' crotches.
Don't
please.
bite anybody's dick off. Hopefully this isn't the last podcast because the Packers play in the NFC Championship at home this weekend, and if they lose, I don't know if I'm mentally going to be able to take it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first time it's been at home. That's been my excuse every other time. And if we lose at home, I'm just going to be sitting there with a baseball bat hitting myself in the dick
against the 40-some-year-old Tom Brady and the Bruce Arians Buccaneers.
Dude, I'm so scared. But let's get back
moving forward. Yeah. This is I don't get it.
This guy is so badass. Congratulations, NBA young boy, on your 7th child. This time with Floyd Mayweather's daughter.
Yeah,
so it's fight related.
So it is fight related. Shout out. 7 kids at 21.
Holy shit. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't get it. That's like
7 kids? Like when did he have his first kid? Does it say?
No,
I'm not seeing anything there.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's insane, though.
Just explains that like somebody's in prison for 99 years.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna see him.
Oh, his
baby mama
welcomes his 7th child with his 7th baby mama. So all 7 child have an individual mother.
Dude, get your balls snipped.
For those of you who don't remember, Yaya and Youngboy were going through a tough time last year after Yaya was charged with murder for allegedly stabbing Youngboy's side piece with a kitchen knife, which is apparently now water under the bridge. Who knows whether or not Yaya will be presented in the child's life, considering she's facing 99 years in prison.
Wow.
But that's neither here nor there.
Barstool with a great article right there.
Yeah, Gay Pat coming in strong.
Oh, it was Gay Pat?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. That's 7 mothers, 7 children, your one girlfriend.
You got to keep rapping, buddy, because if this shit doesn't work out, your child support's going to be through the roof.
Did you ever hear of this guy before this article?
Yeah, no, I have.
You had? Okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty popular rapper. Yeah, no, he's one of them SoundCloud guys.
Got you.
I imagine he probably sells out like theaters and shit.
Yeah, good for him.
I know, it's crazy how that works with these rappers.
Oh yeah.
2 songs and you can sell out a theater.
This just came out this morning.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Happy Friday, friends. Check this out. You may already know this. Barstool Sportsbook just launched in Michigan today, so it's now available in Pennsylvania and Michigan.
Oh, that's cool.
So congrats to Dave Portnoy and all my boys over at Barstool Sports. Regarding my involvement, you're going to know more about that next week. Got a big announcement coming, but check this out. This weekend, Penn is doing a super cool thing. Any first-time deposit that you actually wager, they're going to match that and donate it to the Barstool Fund. They've already raised over $500,000
Oh, that's really cool.
Small businesses in Michigan.
So they've been doing
if you're in Pennsylvania or Michigan,
the month
a lot of great sporting
January in Pennsylvania. So it looks like they'll be doing the same thing. So anybody in Michigan, if you're listening, hop on Barstool Sportsbook. I think it's working out of the Motor City Casino, which I stayed at in January. The place is sick.
Yeah, isn't it like a Vegas property?
No, that one is I think that one. There's an MGM in Vegas or in Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That is like full blown like little Vegas kind of thing. Motor City is like, I think it's just like a Four Winds type company, but it's like it's huge. A lot of gambling that can be done there, and it's like right downtown. It's only like 5 minutes away from like the
So is that
ballparks.
considered Native American property then? How does that work?
No, that's downtown Detroit.
Okay, but like you don't have.
It's not a four-way. It's not an Indian
Casino?
but
Okay.
it's like it's not like a Vegas company didn't come in and open it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Four Winds is like full blown, only on Native American property. and
Right.
stuff. This week in Florida, this guy. I mean, like, how stupid can you be? He goes to the raid. He goes to the Capitol, and like he's like there doing the whole thing.
Right.
So he like goes back home to Florida, and the feds are watching him the whole time. They're like getting ready to go arrest him at his home, and then they show up at his house in Florida to find out that the guy went back to D.C. to go to the inauguration.
What a cool guy.
I mean, it's just like the guy's only 26.
People are just wild now.
They
about
just
this
nobody
shit.
cares. Like nobody's like what is this guy doing in life to where he's a young Latino fella, Samuel Camargo. What is he doing? One, raiding the Capitol and then going back. Like, come on, guy.
Figure it out, buddy. Figure it out.
I mean, I guess. What did they say? They'll never suspect me to be at the scene of the crime or something, or like you hide in plain sight,
Right.
or whatever.
But you're already busted. I mean.
Oh yeah, no, he was totally getting arrested.
Mhm.
The guy never.
But how
had a
didn't they
chance.
know he was going to the Capitol?
Dude, that's what I don't get.
Fucking FBI sucks.
They're like good, but they're not. Good,
Yeah.
but they're not. That's the FBI.
Oh, hey, Shawty.
Well.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Shotty passed away.
Oh, shit.
Victoria Strauss, 23, died on Monday. She was leaving a parking garage, and she dropped her credit card at the kiosk, and she went to go reach for the credit card, and she accelerated, and she smashed her head against the kiosk and killed herself.
R.I.P. Shawty.
R.I.P. Yeah, I just don't get. Like, why not put your car in park?
Yeah, and get out real quick.
I just don't get how you ever get in a position where like your foot's on the gas or on the brake, your head is out the car, between the car and the kiosk, and you get dinged up, dead.
Sorry to your family and shit, but
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You didn't have much of a head on your shoulders to begin with.
No. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This took place in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, this week in Columbus.
But she's from Florida.
all
So
right.
she took a little bit of the Florida.
She brought it to Columbus.
Yeah. So people in Columbus were like, whoa, that never happens around here. And then they found out she was in Florida, and they're like,
we figured it out now.
damn it, Victoria.
Now we get it.
Damn it, Victoria.
But, yeah, sorry for your loss, Victoria's family.
Yeah.
That sucks, but, what the fuck?
So this lady, what's her name? Oh, it doesn't say her name.
She looks sane.
She looks good. So she would consistently, for almost a year or something, would wake her neighbors up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like ringing their doorbell, knocking on their door, yelling at them about like random political statements, both like pro-Trump, pro-Biden, like literally just like the most
Changing her mind every day.
the most dingbat thing that you could think of. I would never move to Florida because like I feel like every neighbor you have is either waking you up at 5 o'clock in the morning, trying to ask you to hide a dead body in a trash bin, whatever
you
it
gotta
may
be up too
be.
early in Florida.
Dude, I don't like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Me either. Especially to deal with shit like this every day.
That's what I mean.
This
I
is
would-
insane.
Like, that's disgusting, especially from an old lady. You're supposed to respect your elders. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. How long has this been going on? And they're just doing it now? They're like finally just like, all right, we got to do something about this. It's been about a year.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't say. It says their neighbor. They're like the initial neighbor that it's actually happening to.
Yeah.
Like the cops showed up and were like, "Sorry, there's nothing we can do about it." And then it wasn't until another neighbor had complained because they were getting woken up because of the sounds of the banging and the ringing of the bell.
Right.
And they were like, "Yo, figure it out. She's becoming a nuisance to the entire neighborhood." So the police were finally like, well, if the whole neighborhood...
I guess we got to do something
the whole
about
neighborhood's being affected, then I mean, I guess.
It's insane.
I mean,
it's crazy what they put up with. Like, law enforcement just lets so much shit go by before they're like, all right, maybe we finally do something about this.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's... Again, living in Florida would probably be the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. If you ask me.
And that or like Jersey.
You think Jersey would be worse? Camden?
I just feel like dealing with all those people.
The people.
Yeah.
I feel like, would you rather deal with somebody from New Jersey, like a neighborhood of New Jerseyans, or a neighborhood of Floridians?
Well, it depends. Are we talking, like retirement belt Floridians, or are we talking middle of the state?
Like middle of the state, like Panhandle.
Yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be really hard.
Well, so like, yeah, and like even like break it down because there's two different like environments too. Like one, you're in a city kind of environment, urban and very urban, but you're dealing with just a guy like all the time. Like people are just yelling all of the time. At least in
Everyone's
Florida,
yelling. Everybody's a dick.
In the Panhandle, at least there's like sometimes enough area where you could like get away.
Yeah, you would be kind of more secluded in the Panhandle. That's for sure.
You know what I mean? It's like swampy and stuff and like farmland, but you can get away.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to deal with the smell of tires on fire and shit like that. Yeah, the
when you ran, like when you get involved,
and imagine eating in Florida, going out to dinner in Florida every week. Like you got to look forward to going out to a place out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I don't even go out to. I don't even go out to eat that much when I'm in Florida because we're always fishing and we're usually just eating our own. Like you know,
that's a good point too.
So like now that I think about it, I rarely go out to eat when I'm in Florida.
Yeah, I guess that's the point. And you
but
know
if
what?
I had to live
Seafood
there,
in Florida isn't bad either.
Seafood's in Florida, but
you know what? I might go with Florida. You're kind of selling me on Florida right now because like originally I was thinking Jersey because like I guess I'd be closer to New York and that would suck too, but like at least I'd be able to get away for a weekend or something.
Yeah,
like
a big city. There's, at least things would go to that place,
right?
You know?
And I imagine food in Jersey isn't bad because everybody's from New York that lives there pretty much, or you know, so pizza would be great and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're kind of selling me on like middle country Florida. I don't know. Let's see what this lady can sell me on it. What's she doing?
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Sarah Boone.
Miss Boone?
42-year-old Sarah Boone faced a judge Wednesday morning charged with second-degree murder. Detectives say she left her boyfriend, 42-year-old Jorge Torres Jr., in a suitcase in their Winter Park apartment to die.
Oh, Winter Park,
Based on the evidence
Colorado?
in the case,
The autopsy findings, which include significant evidence of trauma to multiple sites on the victim's body.
the state asked for no bond. The judge agreed.
She's like,
According to the
I
arrest
know.
report, Boone told
My
Orange
bad.
County deputies she and her boyfriend were playing hide and seek when they thought it would be funny if he got into the suitcase. She says she zipped him inside. Hours later on Monday afternoon, deputies say Boone called 911 saying Torres was dead. Detectives say Boone said the two had been drinking and that after she zipped him into the suitcase, she went upstairs and passed out in her bed before waking up later to her cell phone ringing. That's when she says she realized Torres was possibly still inside the suitcase and found him unresponsive. But two videos found on Boone's cell phone appear to tell a different story. Detectives say in one of the videos, Boone's boyfriend was yelling her name, saying repeatedly that he couldn't breathe. Boone reportedly replied, "That's what you do when you choke me. And that's what I feel like when you cheat on me," and told him to shut up. In the video, detectives say you can see Torres pushing on the suitcase, trying to get out. In Orange County, Alex Villarreal, West 2 News.
You still want to move to Florida?
No, because
you die if you live
that's
there.
what the people, man. You'd have to stay completely secluded.
You would have to have so many guns. Everybody kills you. I couldn't marry a Florida woman. She'd kill me.
Well, I mean, partly Jorge's fault. He let the bitch put him in a suitcase.
That's Florida mindset, though.
That's they get you wrapped up. It's like a siren song.
That's that Florida coffin.
She gets you convinced to just get in the suitcase, and you're like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden she's singing a song and a dance, and then all of a sudden you're like a snake, and you're just getting down into the suitcase, and then all of a sudden she's zipping it, and you're like, wow, I'm in a suitcase. I didn't even think I could fit in a suitcase. And then you're like, wow, it's getting hard to breathe, and I can't unzip this thing from inside. Boom, dead.
That's insane, dude.
Crazy. That's this week in Florida.
That's it?
That's it.
I think we're well over an hour, huh?
58.
58? We're getting pretty perfect at this.
Pretty good.
Again, thank you guys for listening. This has been, I feel like this new platform we've been rolling with has been a lot more fun, a lot more fluid. I got to give a big shout out to the producer, Gooch. Thank you so much for all your hard work, dude.
Thank
you
you.
fucking kill it.
Appreciate that.
I never imagined we would be doing the things that we're doing right now, in all honesty. I feel like we're like 3 months ahead of schedule, in my opinion.
It's good.
All we got to do is get you guys to fucking listen to us. So what we need you to do is we need you to go out there, like, subscribe, share, let a friend know, get it in their ears. And we're going to keep staying mentally reacted. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the Apple Podcast Network, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Is that a thing? We're on all of it. So keep staying reacted. Keep coming back for more. We're going to keep bringing you good content. Next week, we'll go into what happened this weekend in the fights with Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler and Dan Hooker, and the rest of the motherfuckers on the card that I don't even remember. But, thanks so much for listening. That's it.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Later.
Peace.